Everyone, how you doing? I want to talk about the state of the featherweight division. Alright, so who are our main players? Just gonna start rattling them off. We got Salido, Mikey Garcia, if he stays there. We got the new arrival, Nonito Donaire. I'll talk about him in a second. We have Chris John. We have Johnny Gonzalez coming off his fantastic knockout win. We got the Mexican Russian, Gradovic. We have Nicholas Walters from Jamaica. Billy Dibb. Javier Fortuna. He's a Dominican, right? I think so. So yeah, those are some of the main names. Oh, Gary Russell Jr. But those are some of the main names that we have up here. Abner Mares, by the way. And Ponce de Leon. Alright, so let's talk about the main title holders here. We have fighting for the vacated WBO strap. We have Salido and what's that fella's name? So we have Salido versus Orlando Cruz for the vacant WBO title, vacated by Mikey Garcia. We have the IBF title holder, Gradovic, the Mexican Russian. We have Johnny Gonzalez, fantastic knockout win over Abner Mares, WBC titles. And we have Chris John, the WBA titles, reigning for a while now, undefeated. So let's talk about some of these matchups, because I'd like to see some consolidating within the featherweight division. Because right now it's a wide open division, to be honest. We have Mikey Garcia. I'm still gonna list him as a featherweight, even though he said he's scheduled to move up to super featherweight and take on Roman Martinez. But we could have a couple of fights here. I'd like to see the eventual Nonito Donaire versus Chris John bout. But here's the problem I have with Nonito Donaire. Donaire is, well, there's reports coming out that he's fighting Vic Darchinyan again at featherweight. Yes, at featherweight. I question this. Why are you going to rematch the guy? Okay, alright, rematch the guy, that's fine, but you're dragging him up to featherweight, even though you're clearly the bigger guy. Come on, Nonito. Come on, Nonito. Come on. And then Chris John, just doing his thing in Indonesia. He's coming off a draw, a technical decision draw. He there's a cut. So I want to see him back in the ring. Hopefully, I want to see him versus Nonito Donaire. Abner Mares, perhaps he activated his rematch clause against Johnny Gonzalez, so those two are occupied. Gradovic, he trains with Robert Garcia, so maybe Gradovic versus Billy Dibb, a rematch. I don't know. Perhaps Gradovic versus Nicholas Walters. Yes, Nicholas Walters. In my opinion, the most avoided man at featherweight, the Jamaican Nicholas Walters. He is the WBA regular champion, so he's paper titleless. But the guy, he can punch. From what I've seen of him, there's not a lot of footage actually. He gets a little wild, but The guy seems to have some decent boxing ability from what I've seen. He's coming off a big win off of Prescott's brother. What's it, Dallas Prescott, and he has some serious bricks in his fist. So look out for this guy, Nicholas Walters. Oh yeah, we also have that one fella, Ronnie Rios. He just beat. Then he beat Rico Ramos. I think he beat Rico Ramos. Juanma, he's done. He's done at the top of the sport. Fortuna, I'd like to see Fortuna versus Donaire, Fortuna versus Gradovich. That'd be a good matchup. And yeah, that's the main guys. Maybe Gary Russell Jr. versus the winner of the rematch between versus the rematch of Gonzalez Mares. The winner of that can take on Gary Russell Jr. or something. Problem with Gary Russell Jr. is I'm not sure. I mean, the guy needs to step up. He's been a prospect, quote unquote, for nearly 4 years. More than 4 years, I think. It's time to step up, you know. He was scheduled to fight Ponce de Leon. Fight fell through. So I want to see some consolidation in this division because it's open. It has a lot of big names in it, and there isn't yet a true name that stands out. It was Mikey Garcia. You know, that he's pretty good. Although Salido was coming on in their fight. I don't care what anyone says. Salido was coming on and was giving Garcia a lot of pressure. So, you know, that'd be a good rematch to see, but Mikey, he has business north, which is a shame because Salido looked like, you know, you don't know. Salido was coming on. But, yeah, featherweight division wide open. Let's see what we can get.